Are we recording?
Yeah.
Do you know there's a banned joke for this movie? There was a banned joke, like a deleted scene from this movie.
Oh yes, I read about that.
Yeah?
Yes,
Well,
I
well-
heard it was misinterpreted.
It is misinterpreted. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So-
the bad joke?
The banned
It's
joke.
actually
Oh,
banned.
banned.
It was initially banned in China because
Yeah.
they thought they had a
band,
certain
that type of band.
they had a certain translation
Yeah.
that they put incorrectly.
Yeah.
What was the joke?
It was in the initial scenes with the army people,
Mm-hmm.
army rangers. One guy talking to another guy.
Forgot their
Hey,
names.
look at my knees.
Yeah.
And
What type
then
of knees
the-
are they?
And then the other guy says, "What do you mean? What about your knees?" And then the other guy says, "Chinese."
They're my Chinese.
It's like it's so bad. I don't even know why they would even have that joke in there in the first place.
If you look in the
And the guy's Asian.
if you look in the YouTube comments, there's a joke that they made about this joke.
Yeah.
And it's worse than the joke itself.
I didn't read about that, but yeah. The guy setting up the joke is Asian.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well then, that was a bad joke. I can see why it got banned. Yeah,
It's bad and it's banned.
it's a bad band joke. I thought you meant like a band, like a
Like musical instruments.
yeah.
What instrument were you playing?
A banjo.
Like
Oh.
a weird, yeah. Like a really bad guitar.
Because you
Wait.
know the. I can't think of the tune now, but
I didn't know what. I didn't know what you
banjo.
were doing. It's not a bad joke. It's a banjo.
it's a bad banjo about a bad joke that's banned.
Just the way I like my jokes.
And the leading actor is a Joe. Stop.
Joe.
What are the next two movies?
Godzilla 2000, and we haven't chose. Did you choose your bad movie?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll have to decide.
Maybe it was Godzilla.
That's your. That's no. It's not the bad movie. That's Godzilla's
I'll
birthday.
pay you $5 for it. So it's my bad movie.
You can have my salad sip, and then. Wait, why would you pay? You owe me $10 then.
No, never mind.
I was just gonna be paying you money. All right, well, I'm ready.
This is
Living
John's
in a world
pick. Oh.
where vampires are the dominant species is about as safe as barebacking a $5 whore.
You give me $5 to say over.
Well.
Bring out the vampires.
Bring out the
The
vampire.
sexy vampires.
I watched Until Dusk Till Dawn. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Sexy vampires.
Sexy vampires.
Salma Hayek.
Very sexy.
Sexy vampires.
Yeah. What's her name? Her name is like Santanico Pandemonio or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah. But it's like her stage name.
Was it scary after watching it again?
Nah, the practical effects that they use are kind of jarring, but I mean it's not meant to be scary, but I mean when I didn't watch scary movies, it was scary to me. But I think it probably would have been scarier than all the movies we watched, but it's not really that scary. Maybe like a 4 out of 10 scariness, maybe.
On the run from a bank robbery that left several police officers dead, Seth Gecko and his paranoid loose cannon brother, Richard, hightail it to the Mexican border, kidnapping preacher Jacob Fuller and his kids. The criminals sneak across the border in the family's RV and hole up in a topless bar.
Woo!
Yeah, I didn't mention that part, but
Nice. Unfortunately, the bar also happens to be home base for a gang of vampires, and the brothers and their hostages have to fight their way out.
His name is something Gecko.
Yeah.
Seth Gecko.
Seth Gecko.
and his brother Richard Gecko.
Yeah.
Dick Gecko.
Dick Gecko.
Yeah. It's a fun movie. By
That's
the
Dust Till Dawn.
yeah, Until Dusk Till Dawn, I think, or From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I keep saying it and it sounds weird when I say it.
There's a second one.
I think there's a third one too.
From Dusk Till Dawn, Texas Blood Money. From Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez.
I think Robert Rodriguez directed the first one, and he also does Spy Kids.
Okay.
Hey, it has the one guy.
What one guy?
Dude, what is his name? The
Bolo?
No.
Yeah. Oh,
Danny Trejo. Trejo.
yeah. Is
Trejo.
he in the? He's in the first one or in the second one?
Second one.
He's in the second one too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
He's on the cover of the
Why is
second
that
one.
weird? Does he die? He comes back.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, I don't know if he comes back, but he's in the second
Aw,
one.
How
Does he
are they gonna
die?
advertise a topless bar and then they showed me this picture of Salma Hayek with clearly
She doesn't get topless.
and it's not a
they
topless
couldn't
bar I
afford-
wanna go to.
They couldn't afford money for that.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. We're not talking about Salma Hayek at a topless bar.
I mean, we can change that topic though.
I guess not a topic I wanted to change, but
Oh.
anyway, this is our No Good November. Is that what we're calling it?
No Good November.
No Good November, and we're starting off with the stinker.
A roar.
It's pretty-
Oh.
Oh, roar. That's, yeah, a roar.
A very weak one.
Yeah. We ended up watching Monster Hunter, the movie.
That you wanted to watch.
Yeah, I actually wanted to watch it. I don't know, because I love Monster Hunter.
I know.
So I wanted to watch it. I wasn't excited going into it, but I
It
still
was
want-
you had to pick one. So
yeah,
this
I had
is
to
the
pick
one.
one, and I wasn't gonna pick your guys' pick, so I went with Monster Hunter.
Yep.
That's the problem. You guys both have a pick already, and it's the same pick.
No, I can do
No.
Last Airbender.
Yeah, I think that's his pick
It's
right
I
there.
still have avoided watching it this whole time.
Yeah, and then I'll pick Way of Water. What?
Way of Water. What? Finally.
Being also a Monster Hunter fan, Albert, how
Yeah.
are you feeling going into this one?
I was dreading it too. I just watching the trailer felt like they put all the good parts in the trailer and that's it.
Yeah.
There was like one or two more good parts, maybe.
Yeah, barely.
Barely.
Yeah, we'll talk about some things when we get there. But what about you, Jesse? The only person that's not really a Monster Hunter person.
Did you know anything about the movie?
Besides Tony Jaa being in there,
Uh-huh.
and that's about it. And the
Yeah.
lady from Resident Evil. That's it. But I just knew that. How do you pronounce the Diablos?
Diablos?
Yeah,
Diablos.
I knew he was in here, and
They
then
advertised them.
yeah,
Like,
Right.
but I mean, I barely know any of the monsters, so
yeah.
I don't even know the name. Or I've never seen the spiders before, or any of them. So
Yeah, Nursilla is. I don't think we've ever hunted Nursilla in any of the Monster Hunter games that me and Albert have played.
No.
it's like an older monster, maybe a
Mhm.
throwback.
Rathalos is obviously in there,
Yeah.
and then the one at the end is a Gore Magala.
Yeah, that I've never seen that one before, but it looked like
That's from your
like
your
a big
brother.
one.
The one your brother played the most. I
Try?
think. 4.
Oh,
I think he
4?
played 4 Ultimate more than he did Try.
Is that for
Yeah.
the DS?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have that one, and then I have 3 Monster Hunters. I just never played them
Yeah.
really.
they were hard games to play on the DS.
Yeah, I had the dual thing at one point in time, and I sold it
Yeah.
because I didn't play. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll go ahead and get into the details, and then we'll unveil our drink. This movie's directed by Paul Anderson. Paul
Mis-
W.S. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. There's no tagline for this movie.
There's so many options they could have done. but
There's so many options they could
I
have
mean, you
done.
probably have one.
They have so many games to pick off from.
Taglines: Join the hunt 2020.
Okay.
Yeah,
They could have done better. The
that could have been way better.
budget is $60 million estimated. Release date December 18th, 2020. Runtime of 1 hour and 43 minutes. Rated PG-13 for one guy getting stabbed.
2.
Two guys
I
getting
think.
stabbed.
In the back of the head.
What? In the back of the head.
Yeah. By
I thought it was
by
the
the
chest.
spiders.
By the
The
spider.
chest and-
Oh, so that's a couple stabs.
Yeah.
a couple stabs.
Two
Yeah.
stabs.
Pretty good.
It's streaming on Hulu. We watched it on Vudu because Jesse had bought this on Vudu a while back for some reason. Do you remember why?
I bought 3 Blu-rays from Target, and I just picked this one
I'll get
because
the codes.
it helped with the pricing. So
I get
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Should have picked something else.
Yeah. Why don't we get
How much did it make box office?
Did
you have a
was
number?
42
million worldwide.
Ooh, okay.
out of 60 million
Yeah.
estimated.
So it didn't make the money that.
No.
But luckily for them, the franchise has been doing really well recently. So
I don't know why Capcom keeps on giving this guy movies.
This guy in particular?
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
also
does
did.
Resident Evil.
He also
right?
did Resident Evil,
Yeah. Oh, he did 4 of them, right?
a whole bunch of
I
them,
think
and then
he
he
had
also
4.
had his wife play the main character in that too.
The wife. This is his wife?
Uh huh.
Really?
Uh huh.
Huh. Did they get married November 8th, 2007?
Yes, something like that.
Really?
Mid
Because she has a
2007.
tattoo.
Yeah,
She has a tattoo back here. So
Yeah.
it's an Easter egg for their marriage.
I think so.
And you know tomorrow's November 8th, right?
Is
So
it?
I'm going to release it on the day they got married. That's weird.
Huh. Bunch of news that no one cared about. Just kidding.
It's trivia.
Yeah, they need to start giving this guy movies because I don't think he even cares about the lore or anything like that. It's just
Anywhere close to it.
literally just slap on the title of the movie and throw in some recognizable characters from the franchise that it is,
Like-
whether
like-
it's Monster Hunter or
Yeah.
Resident Evil, and then there you go. That's the only, I literally, if this didn't have Monster Hunter monsters, it could have been called anything else.
Yeah,
It could have been 65.
exactly.
It could have been any movie.
Yeah.
Have you
with
seen
monster.
65?
No.
Okay.
No. I wanted to.
Yeah. I heard that's pretty bad too.
Yeah. I heard that.
Okay. Would you guys prefer to do the drinks first or the sell that sip first?
We can sell the sip of the drink.
Okay,
The
let's do
drink.
that.
What is
All
it?
right. In
It's-
honor of Monster Hunter.
It's in a bag of a
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
What's in the
Guess what I got?
bag?
Guess what I got? What did I get?
It's a Monster Hunter drink.
It's half of that.
It's a Hunter drink.
Yes, you're exactly
It's
right.
Monster.
Why would you go with a Hunter drink?
It's Monster.
Have you tried Monster before?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Have you tried Monsters before?
Yes. I've
This is
tried
my
one.
first time trying Monster. So,
What flavor is it?
it is a juice Monster, but it is Mango Loco.
Okay, I like mango.
I like mango too.
Yeah, you should have tried a regular Monster before trying.
I wanted the sugar. I didn't want the 10 calories. I wanted the 250 calories.
There's
No,
a regular
like-
Monster.
Like
Oh.
I'm just saying, like you should have tried like the regular flavor of Monster.
the green one. I
Yeah.
thought about it, but I was like, eh.
Like you specifically,
Why?
because you haven't tried it, so it would be a good like
Baseline.
yeah.
Oh, the convenience store's right there.
No,
We
it's
can just
okay.
go
Just
right.
pour the drink.
Hop the wall and run over to the.
My nail hurts.
Ooh,
Nice.
Oh, that was good, I guess.
Whoa, this cup almost matches. I'll give John the green one.
Oh my,
That was a
pour.
that was a color.
Oh, it smells very mango-y.
I should've gave you the green one. You got green pants on.
That's fine.
I got green socks on. What do you mean?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Should I have shook this before? Does it say shake before?
No. I don't think so. Or like gently turn.
Huh. I don't know.
I like it.
Unleash the beast.
You like it?
I like mango.
I love mango. It
Yeah.
smells like mango.
Yeah, I like mango a lot.
On the smell, I give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
I'll give it 3 out of 5.
Like, it's mostly smells like mango, tastes like not good.
The texture is like Sunny D in soda.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a little thick. Thick. I like it. It's 4.
4?
Yep, I like
Okay.
Ah, it's a 2, but not bad. No, it's okay. It's just I don't know. It smells like mango, but you could definitely taste the artificialness of it.
It has like a mango citrus type of flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I would give it a 3.
Yeah?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of, the artificialness is kind of Monsters.
That's just monsters.
In general,
baseline.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Vitamins plus... I don't
Minerals.
even know what that
Oh.
is.
Taurine.
Taurine? Sounds dangerous.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our Sell That Sip. It's a 6-word summary of the movie. If you would do the honors, Albert.
Nice and simple. It's going to be took too long for weak development.
Yeah, that's great. Go ahead, Jesse.
Jaw dropped because of movie quality.
Positively?
No,
Or
like
negatively?
like Tony Jaw was dropped because of movie quality.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they could have done a lot more stuff with him in a Monster Hunter movie. He's known for Anbach and
Yeah?
other stuff. Like he would have been. They could have made a way better movie with a better director with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mine is maybe they should stick to originality. Like once you add guns into Monster Hunter that
Yeah.
aren't like the bow guns, then it's just like okay, this is not believable to me.
I'm not here to watch army guys.
There's no game where monsters come to the real world ever, right? For Monster Hunter.
No.
No.
There's a cameo in Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, Capcom does like their cameos with all their games,
Yeah.
but
But-
with the exception of Monster Hunter Now, which is just their Pokemon Go experience, no, monsters don't come to the real world,
Yeah. Okay.
and people don't get transported from this world to the Monster Hunter world. So
Hmm.
there's never been a storyline like that. You just start off as a very fledgling hunter, and you work your way up.
Yeah.
And they could have done something like this, especially since they basically used all the characters from Monster Hunter World
Yeah.
at the end there, and then everyone would have been fine. But no, they put guns and army people in it for no reason, and then all of the army people die within like the first 10 minutes of the movie for no reason.
I
Like
mean, I want
yeah.
some variety in the deaths at least.
Yeah.
they all died from the spiders. And
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, I think there was some decent horror with the spiders crawling out of him,
Oh,
busting
for
out of
sure,
him.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was some decent horror, but
But
Ti got the best death,
yeah.
and that's just because it's Ti. Like literally,
I don't know who Ti is. Who's that?
He's a rapper.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
very iconic rapper.
I'm sorry. I'm not into popular like culture.
He was like when we were kids. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still a kid.
Yeah, obviously. And then you could just tell that this director didn't know anything about the power levels or like the differences in monsters, because they're like talking about this Rathalos when the Black Diablos is like a higher tier monster.
Yeah.
So the fact that the two of them got through a Black Diablos easier than the 7 or 8 of them got through the Rathalos is just kind of like
Yep.
that doesn't happen in Monster Hunter. There's
Yeah.
a reason why like it's a Black Diablos, you know.
Is there different Diablos?
Yeah.
There's different variants of monsters, yeah.
Yeah, and some of them are just more difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So
All right.
And Diablos are supposed to be vegetarians.
Really?
Right. I mean, it doesn't eat any people, but like showing it, trying to defend a territory instead, or looking for a mate instead of just being aggressive for no reason, would
Yeah.
be more interesting.
Yeah.
Showing the background of these monsters.
He wanted to see some kaiju genitalia. That's what he wanted to see.
Yeah, no, not really.
Does he not eat the guy that he spikes with the horn?
No, he just spikes it.
But he does eat one guy.
I thought so.
Flips him
Diablos
into the air.
does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flips into the air like
Yeah,
a
he flips-
pancake.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm almost positive.
That's
but-
annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. His teeth are meant for like vegetables. It seems like.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
and
an
Black
omnivore.
Diablos is supposed to be female.
Female. Yeah, female.
I didn't see the little Diablo boobies on him.
I don't think they're mammals.
Yeah. I don't know. They're also just like they're more in. I mean, that's probably why they're more in. I don't want to give him an excuse for misusing Diablos, but the black ones are supposed to be more like rageful. So, but for it to just be there for no reason and
Right, it's
Not
just
be
roaming
tur-
around waiting for them to come out of the sand,
yeah.
or coming out of the rock formation.
Yeah.
Eh.
The Baloobilies. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and then I don't really know too much about Nursilla either, so I can't really say much about that. It was just kind of weird how they portrayed it. Like after they got out, like it kept trying to dig into the
Yeah.
encampment, and for whatever reason, like after all that digging, they never got. It seemed like they reused those scenes.
Yeah, it felt like it.
Yeah, and then it was cool seeing Rathalos.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
big screen.
Yeah, it was
That's
cool.
fun.
I feel like the monsters when you play, and I've played very little Monster Hunter, they've upscaled the size of the monsters.
In
is
the movie,
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah. I feel
which
like
is good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like
It's realistic.
Yeah. Because in the game, like they're maybe like 2.5 times your height, maybe, and in the movie they're like 5 times your height. Or something
well, yeah,
like
I think a lot of that has to do with like the ones that you've played are like handheld, so
Yeah.
smaller screens, so you got to be able to fit them all in there.
Yeah.
I would say since it came out around the time and basically this more resembles Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World felt more realistic, where monsters were like way bigger than you because
Yeah.
you had a computer screen or a console TV to.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Did you say you were so that's it?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
maybe they should
Oh, yeah.
stick to
Original.
original.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Before we talk too much about it, let's go ahead and rate this movie out of 10 Nursilla eggs.
Diablo boobies.
Lack of them.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
It's like a 2 for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty nice.
Pretty generous.
I
No,
mean,
yeah.
the for me the redeeming stuff is how
Seeing the monsters.
seeing the monsters, and that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3 if I want to count the costumes of the Monster Hunter characters
that
Yeah.
we actually knew. Yeah.
that we actually have seen before. Yeah,
Hmm.
the costume design and the recreation of that.
Okay. Jesse.
I watched this movie twice because I fell asleep the first time.
Oh, okay.
I
I was like, you like it that much? Woo.
I would probably give this like a 3
Okay.
out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like John and I are going to be really low because we are a big fan of the series. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a. What do we call our are they called legend? We call them legendary sips, right? Or what were we calling 11 out of 10s?
legendary, yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
legendary sip.
yeah,
This is a. What would be the opposite? Of
yeah.
that?
What's the opposite? Worst movies ever seen.
Because this movie deserves this title. Like,
This one deserves. Is it worse than Eternals?
yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay.
I think this is worse than.
this
like,
is
this
eternally
worth-
bad.
This is worse than Eternals. This is worse than Pacific Rim. This is worse than Pacific Rim. This is worse than Pacific Rim. This is worse than.
I didn't ever think I'd ever hear you say those words.
I mean,
As I was thinking about it.
so here's the thing. Like, this movie doesn't have an excuse because it's like something I really love and really enjoy.
There's,
Like,
there's so much material.
there's so much material that they could go off of, and yeah, like they didn't do any of that. They did their Resident Evil bullshit where
Have you seen any Resident Evils?
I've seen some of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas Pacific Rim doesn't have like like they're trying to do something, like they're trying to create their own universe. Like
yeah.
this already had its universe.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And they didn't take anything from it.
And literally they just slapped some monsters on and
Yeah.
said it's Monster Hunter, and it's not.
It's monster time.
It's not. So yeah, this is a -1 for me.
-1.
only
We gotta figure out a name for it.
Yeah, we gotta figure out a name for it. The only thing that doesn't like gives this movie
Any positive?
any positive was just like seeing the monsters and some of the characters that we know from the game, because they're characters from Monster Hunter World. Seeing Ron Perlman as the Admiral was a little weird.
That was weird, but I feel like it's a weird.
It's a good choice.
It's a weird but good fit.
Yeah, it was still a little weird.
The blonde guy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Ron I Pacific Rim. What
Sorry,
are you talking
I was
about?
thinking about the Admiral versus Ron Perlman.
So yeah, it was a little weird, but
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see a movie with him in it. They could have literally just done anything to lead up to the video game for Monster Hunter World, and I felt like it would have been okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like you didn't need to be on Earth. You could have literally just told the story within the Monster Hunter world.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I hate is that like
You bring Sonic to the Earth. You bring monsters to the Earth.
Sonic. I mean,
like-
Sonic. They do that in the cartoons too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But
true.
like this one, you didn't need to, and you
No.
didn't need to give them a different language so that they can't communicate.
no.
And the chocolate joke was funny the first time, I guess. Maybe not really, but to then just call every food chocolate is kind of like, why didn't she just say food to begin with?
She did say food,
Oh,
and then she goes chocolate. This is chocolate, and then
Yeah,
that's
he
what
just
sticks.
leans into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have reiterated food. And then the training montage, like I don't really care about that. That was dumb.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and get into the characters before we talk too much into the movie.
We already did.
Yeah. You have Mila Jovovich as Artemis, Tony Jaa as the Hunter, Ron Perlman as the Admiral,
Mm-hmm. The Bond guy.
T.I. Harris as Lincoln.
He's the sniper, right?
Yeah, he's the one that had the sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other? I mean, the handler's in there. Her name is Hirona Yamazaki, but
No idea.
yeah,
I don't know
She
who
doesn't
the
even
actress
have-
is.
she doesn't even have a face picture on the
IMDb.
IMDb.
Yeah. But the handlers are the girls wearing green suits.
Okay.
They're kind of like the scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that rescues Tony Jaa from the cliff.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the scouts and they have the magnifying glasses
Yeah.
on their face.
Okay.
And then the Ace Hunter is there somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they're calling him Axe in this movie, but I don't know. The Ace Hunter is the guy with like the orange like mohawk looking.
Right, with the
The
silver
hunter.
armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah, some of the monsters that they had. Well, we already named all the monsters that they had. They had Diablos, Nersilla,
Yeah.
Rathalos.
Yeah.
They had some like
The armored ones. The armored ones
Oh,
at the water hole.
Epsaros.
Yeah.
Epsaros, Cephalos, which was like the little sand shark that jumped out of the.
Yeah.
This is so dumb jump scare.
Bait. Bait.
Yeah. And
Like it jumps literally at the camera. It's so dumb.
they had Gore Magala teasing a sequel that I hope we never see. And
Some mysterious hooded figure at the end.
Skeletor.
Yeah.
Skeletor.
And then they also had a Palico, the cat.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the chef.
Hey, you drink from my mug again?
And then he's just like, so, yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about this movie that we've already talked a lot about.
Yeah.
Likes, dislikes, everything in between.
Realistically, this is just the worst version of Pacific Rim. Monsters coming through a portal. That's just all it is.
I mean, it wasn't even monsters coming through a portal. It was humans coming through a portal to fight the monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no mechs involved. That would
They
be
had the
cooler.
armor.
I think the biggest problem for me is like, okay, so they get teleported to this new world.
Yeah.
They already have guns and rockets,
Yeah.
and these weapons aren't doing anything compared to
Arrows.
arrows and swords. And
Yeah.
like I guess the justification for that is like, oh, they're using monsters from in the world, but like it's still so dumb. Like
Yeah.
it makes no sense for those bullets not to be able to penetrate hide when their sword slashes are
Yeah.
not as
I feel like she
Fast.
cut at the very end. She cuts the Rathalos wing with like a sword she had on Earth, like a regular sword just
regular
worked.
dagger.
Yeah, just worked. So, and what does she do? She throws in like a flare, and that does more damage than guns.
Well, it was to ignite the gas.
Yeah.
That was within Rathlos.
Their weakness is right before they breathe. What? How generic is that? What do you mean right before they breathe? What do
Yeah.
I do? Do I poke it in the butt or do I like slap it in the face? Like,
You attack it while it's trying to breathe its fire. Duh.
yeah, but he didn't say throw it in its mouth. He just says right before it breathes, it's weak.
yeah, that's true.
3 times.
he repeats that line so
Repeats
they
that.
know.
He's really trying to run that in.
Yeah, it's just so dumb. Like I said earlier, it's annoying that like he didn't really understand the power levels of these monsters. Like they get rid of Diablo so easily that it's just like, why didn't they use that strategy with Rathalos? Why did they use the Nerscylla poison for it? Like to put it to sleep while it's on the
Because
ground.
they're not allowed to backtrack. That's why.
Yeah, which
You know, there was only one spider in the whole movie. They killed it and then it's dead.
there's definitely
I know.
Because that would be a boring plot point is to redo the same thing. Duh.
Are certain monsters resistant to certain tactics? Or are they all like can be killed by poison or by?
They all have tolerances, like,
Right. I mean, but you shouldn't use fire daggers for a fire monster.
Oh yeah, I figured he's
or
a
a fire
yeah.
greatsword that swings fire that I've never seen that attack before.
It was pretty
Yeah.
cool though.
It was cool, but
kinda
like that's not in the game.
Yeah.
And having them do the rage mode, like the X is kind of dumb too. It's just like
I mean, but would you rather have it on the daggers versus having them go Super Saiyan?
I don't know, to be honest with it.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't know how to answer that question.
I feel it makes more sense if it's the daggers,
Like, yeah, for sure. And then
unless they were
if
wearing
you,
armor.
But then if you say that, like, oh, it has to be the daggers, then you have to use fire because that's the only noticeable thing.
But then you could be using electricity, or like
Electricity.
And
ice
this is,
or something.
and this is, yeah, but like, what's gonna be more intimidating and cool? It's
Of
gonna be
course.
fire.
Yeah.
Like the thing is like
You could
they-
use like blue electricity.
they screwed up from the very start when they decided to have this teleporting to another world thing.
Yeah,
Where
I agree.
if they had their own story that was like based on actual Monster Hunter things, like I feel like if they were to show stuff like that, people would know because
Right.
it would be targeted towards those fans.
Right, but
Yeah.
then you would also have to. You wouldn't have to explain it to a Earth person versus a Monster Hunter World person.
Yeah.
Like it would be more believable since it's in that world already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, having the two main characters not understand each other for half the movie,
The whole movie.
Yeah, the whole
movie,
And then Ron Perlman just like randomly knows English and he's like, "Oh, I studied your language."
and nobody else does.
Yeah, why didn't you pass that along, bro? Like, oh, you had people teleport here from years ago, and they weren't good people. Okay, what were the consequences of that? Obviously, like nothing because they're no longer around. So why even mention this stuff?
Why even learn English?
Yeah, I don't know. It's dumb.
It's just dumb.
Yeah,
Like,
it's it got the Benoit Blanc seal of approval.
This movie's just dumb.
That's -1.
One of the first things I didn't like was the synth music that they had.
Yeah, the music was so weird. It's like a Blade Runner,
like synth electronic futuristic music
Yeah, it was a really poor decision.
when everything is pretty primitive.
Yeah,
They could have used more percussion instruments.
it should have been like the Godzilla King of the Monsters type of percussion,
Yeah.
tribal type of music almost.
Yep.
But no, it's cheaper for synth music. So,
So dumb.
I got some notes right here.
Yeah, please share with the class.
There was some weird inconsistencies with movies and this movie, and the like continuation of scenes, like when they go into the portal at first. I think one of their cars gets flipped or something like that, and then in the same scene it's upright,
Yeah.
and then when they go over the hill it's flipped again.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
They can't decide.
they can't even like pay attention to that. Monsters are pretty inconsistent. They'll kill people when they want to, and then they leave the main characters. But that's every movie, I guess.
Yeah,
But
it's plot armor.
that's dumb. It's just dumb.
Yeah, without setting up a reason for it,
yeah,
a distraction or something.
yeah, distraction. But
Bait.
the spiders kill some people, but they leave some people alive, and yeah,
Well, I think it's implied that they take everyone down underneath.
there's one guy that gets eaten.
Right.
Like
Which,
that spider was really hungry, apparently.
yeah, when they're supposed to have it for their babies.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I didn't look this up, but I'm assuming bullets will fire when you throw them into fire because the gunpowder ignites in
Mhm.
them. Okay, so I guess
I
that
think so.
works. Yeah.
Maybe not that fast
Yeah.
because they're encased in the casing.
Metal. Yeah, they had to take a lot.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not a firearms expert, so.
Me neither. I thought Ron Perlman, like his character, not showing up until like 3/4 of the movie in.
Right. They tease him in the
They
beginning,
tease him. Yeah.
and then he's at the end.
Is at the end, but his excuse is he was repairing the ship and healing wounds. But
Right.
I mean, I guess that takes a couple of days to heal wounds, but he could have still came to find Tony Jaa. Like,
Yeah, what was the
Sometime.
excuse for? Honestly, I feel like I missed the very first part of the movie. Why was Tony Jaa so far away from them?
He got knocked off.
Oh,
by
okay,
the Diablo.
So when Diablo's inverted Titanic style, he fell off.
yeah,
Got you.
And then I think he was running away, and Diablo's kicked him.
yeah, he like bumped him off, and he just flew off and was
Knocked
just unconscious, and that's why it was a double entendre. They jaw dropped.
out.
Yeah, see, that's another thing that bothered me. It's just like, yeah, Diablos was just so, it's so weird. It's just so weird.
What do you mean, Diablo?
behavior.
His
Yeah,
behavior was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they should have shown the audience why it was roaming the area
yeah. Give it a
instead of
reason.
just sitting there.
Yeah. I don't know. Are there monsters that big? You remember that rib cage?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are monsters that big.
Yeah.
Really? In the games?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, but like,
Writing it down.
we're writing it down now.
Recording it now.
The monster that they're standing on that has like the holes in its fins. That's a it's called a Jihin Moran. It was like in Monster Hunter Tri, and it's just like this big giant sand shark, and you literally have to jump. You're fighting on a sand boat, and every now and then it'll get close, and you have to jump on its back to like break the that's how they get the holes, is because you have to break those minerals to
Yeah.
weaken it a little bit.
Hmm.
It's a pretty cool fight in the game, but
Monster.
they never went back to it.
Monster with holes. Which monster are you talking about in the movie?
There's like an area where they're like standing on like something. He's standing. Tony Jaa's character is like standing on something, and he like holds onto it, and there's like he's just looking through like a big old hole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's not a rock formation. That's a
Oh,
monster.
it's a big monster.
I'm assuming it's a dead monster.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are monsters that big. To answer your
Okay.
question,
Yeah. That's cool, I guess. It's like
there are monsters that are bigger.
Yeah,
bigger
Yeah.
they're like whole islands.
islands. Had you kill those ones?
Yeah,
Whoa, that's cool.
you fight one in Monster Hunter World. They could have used that monster.
They got to save for the sequel. It's never gonna happen. Just get Guillermo del Toro to direct it. He'll do a better job. Ron Perlman was a plus, but I mean, he's
in
Ron
this movie
Perlman.
for so little
Yeah.
time that he's not really like that big of a plus to.
Right, there's no development with him.
Yeah. I mean, he's Ron Perlman. He doesn't get development in any movie.
Yeah.
what are you talking
He's
about?
the same guy. every movie.
Yeah, just with yellow eyebrows.
Where's my goddamn shoe? Let's see. I think the best part of this movie, and this is not saying much, is I like how the days transition. It shows you how long events take
Yeah.
because you get to see they go into the portal. It's daytime, and then it's nighttime, and the spiders come out, and the spiders are nocturnal or they're weak against light or whatever the excuse is. And then they escape, and it's daytime. Like, I like the transition to show you how much time. I don't know what a day is in this world, but there's some like timeline in here that
Right.
you don't get from movies, and that's like the best part of this movie.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it shows time passing by for the montage, which is nice.
Yeah, which is it's probably the most technical plus I can give this movie.
I just want to know where she got the armor from. He's
Somewhere
ran-
off of, I mean, same place that she got the weapons,
The chest?
the chest in the boats.
He had
They just-
female armor ready
Yeah,
to go.
just randomly had female armor ready to go.
But
mean,
no,
in the
he
Oh,
boats.
from his wife, you know.
no
they're
he
the same
wore
size.
he wore it for fun sometimes, and then he just give it to her. Tony Jaa's 5'6" and she's 5'8", so
I
it's
like how it
pretty
took her almost killing him to realize, like, okay, maybe I should leave this guy alone. And
Yeah, he
Really?
probably could help me survive.
I
Probably
mean,
should
it's
leave
not.
him.
Yeah, that's the worst part is when miscommunication is the
reason.
reason.
And it makes no sense why there was miscommunication to begin with, because at first he was trying to help them from the very beginning.
And she's
Yeah.
the one that calls off her team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like when they finally meet face to face, it's like, oh, now we have problems again. I was like, why do you have problems again? Like, there should be no problems.
Because he binded her in handcuffs or whatever,
Yep.
and rope.
But that's because they fought, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then he kicks his own water over. Like, come on, why'd you do that?
Now you both don't have water.
He had a water skin. That's it.
Because that's going to help them survive that montage.
Mm-hmm.
Artemis is the goddess of the hunt, the wilderness, wild beast, nature, vegetarian, childbirth, care of children, and chastity.
Annoying, shouldn't have been in this movie. I hate it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It just takes about half the 2/3 of the Act 1, which is like most of the movie,
Yeah.
for development between her and Tony Jaa's character.
Yeah.
It just takes too long.
Yep. Just give him the chocolate earlier, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, literally.
The last weird continuation unexplained event was when the Rathalos attacks the helicopter, and then everything's in slow motion, and then they all fall and they hit the thing.
They overdid slow motion. in
Yeah,
this
they
movie.
definitely did. They 300 this movie, and then
300 is good though.
yeah, I mean I haven't seen it.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
cinematography is really good.
Okay.
Just definitely watch it sometime.
No Good November. All right. And then they fall down and they hit the helicopter, but they're still midair. Like, I don't understand why they would be falling. I think they would still be in like a free fall, or they wouldn't be as like jarring of a drop.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's just a weird
just dumb.
yeah, gravity doesn't apply in this world.
right. Because when you see them hit the floor of the plane, you think they hit the ground,
Yeah.
and then
And they're
it
still
cuts to exterior of the plane falling.
yeah, and they're
through the
still
sky.
corkscrewing down, yeah.
Yeah.
The like that whole thing between the teleportation between two worlds is so janky too. It just is. It's so convenient for when they need to use it. Like at first, it's like, oh, they're going through these
Yeah.
little stone things, and
Yeah,
that's why they're
tablets,
teleporting.
yeah.
And then, oh, it's just creating random time portals, and
Yeah.
and then, oh, she just randomly fell through one, and
the Rathalos chased after her, even though there's a bunch of more people to fight. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
In reality, why would the Rathalos chase one little piece of meat when he had so much more to?
Did she like harm him at all in there
I
in
forgot.
particular? I don't.
She fell
remember.
off of something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a quote in this movie that was also perfectly six-worded for this. It says, "Lack of no, it was
I thought you had
it was
down.
it Ti?
Ti?
Yeah, I changed one word and I can't remember the original quote, but it says lack of thoughts, unacceptable, try again. But it was lack of something, unacceptable, try again when they tried to do the CPR to her.
Oh,
Yeah. So he gave me a solid sip too.
Lack of pulse.
Lack of pulse, I think it was. I think it was lack of
Probably,
pulse.
yeah.
Yeah. Unacceptable, try again.
Yeah.
why was he mad after he saved her, or after she saved him?
Why was he mad?
Yeah, because he just takes the thing out of his chest and throws it on the floor and storms off.
Oh, you're talking about Tony Jaa?
yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay.
That's yeah. It's just who knows?
Why does it matter?
I don't know.
It's
Just
just
eat-
weird.
Just eat popcorn and stuff your face and cry.
No. and then they get to the oasis and he's happy again because he's bait.
Yeah, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
The costumes were good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he looks really good as a hunter.
The weapons too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I wish. Yeah.
Any movie would have done a good job with costumes and weapons. Unless you're
Yeah.
Eternals, then your costumes suck.
No, but like I
Well, you have
agree.
all CGI costumes. Yeah.
I
yeah.
agree with Albert though because they actually resemble like
Yeah.
weapons and costumes from the video game,
Yeah.
and yeah, they look the part. It with the with the exception of Ron Perlman as the admiral, they all look really like
In the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just the yellow hair is so drastic.
Yeah.
Not even because the admiral in the game had yellow hair.
He does.
It's just funny because he's the only white guy playing an Asian like character. Well, I mean, yeah,
He just stands out.
yeah,
Yeah.
He does. I don't think he has to be Asian, but he just
y-
stands out.
Can you create your character
Especially
any
you can create a
any
character,
Yeah.
but then when you cast the rest of the characters
Yeah.
in that world to be Asian,
And
it's
he's
just really weird.
and
that,
he only speaks English.
Yeah.
Or he's the only one that speaks English. He does speak whatever language they're speaking.
Yeah.
it's just really weird. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
like
they
you
got
could have thrown a mixture in there, and it would have been okay. But they definitely did not throw a
This
mixture.
is
in there.
jarring.
Asian Ron Perlman?
Asian.
Yeah.
I gotta Google that. See if there's a guy who looks like Ron Perlman.
I mean, with AI nowadays, you could have just.
Continue. Don't.
I don't know. It's just a bummer.
Yeah.
Most of it just comes down to like what Albert said earlier about why do they keep giving this guy movies when he clearly doesn't respect the content.
Because he keeps making them money. Oh no, wait, never mind.
I mean, yeah, he lost money.
He lost money in this one, but yeah, who? That's Sega. Never mind.
There is no Asian Ron Perlman. I'm looking. It's just Ron Perlman.
Okay.
Who owns Sonic? Is it Capcom?
Sega?
It's Sega, right?
I think Sega.
Sega?
It's Sega, right? They just work with Capcom occasionally, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
huh? Because I was just thinking like Monster Hunter does a lot of crossovers, and most of it's obviously with their own like Capcom games.
Yeah.
Every now and then you'll get like in Monster Hunter World they did Square Enix, and they like had a monster from Final Fantasy in Monster Hunter. And then for the Final Fantasy Online game, they had Rathalos in that as
Support.
as a
Boss.
boss, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought there was like Rathalos used as a support character, like in side-scrolling fighting game.
Smash Bros.
Maybe Smash. Oh yeah, Smash Bros was in Nintendo. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's Nintendo.
Right.
Like,
Wait, why was he in there? Is there a Monster Hunter character in Smash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Is
as a trophy.
Oh, it's this trophy probably. Oh, okay.
I think at one point they were teasing trying
Mm.
to put a Monster Hunter fighter.
I felt like that was really community made.
Yeah,
No, I don't think it was ever teased.
maybe. Yeah.
But you got Final Fantasy characters. You
Yeah.
got Hero. He would fit in there.
He would fit.
You
It's
got
just,
you got Steve from Minecraft. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
That's
just
Steve though.
it's hard. I feel like it's very. This is one thing I will say about Smash Bros. Is they do a very good job of incorporating the essence of a character in their fight styles.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter would be really hard.
I think they could. If you could do
You would have to. You
Minecraft?
have to like be very similar to that guy.
To Link,
Yeah. To
I
Link.
feel like you could.
if you give him a sword and shield, maybe.
Isn't there a
I
way
feel-
to build up as your Minecraft character get like a diamond pickaxe? I feel like there's a way you could do a mechanic where you would build up your armor during the fight.
Or weapons.
Yeah, something like that. I think there'd be a way to do that. You would choose your weapon would be your color, and then you would upgrade it as you would get more damage. There'd be a way to
Maybe.
do it.
I mean, there's a mechanic for like switch axe, where you have two forms of a weapon.
Yeah.
But see that's the problem with Monster Hunter, right? It's like each weapon has its own mechanic.
Yeah. They would simplify it, but I think they could do something simple. But
You'd have to you'd have to definitely choose one or like two weapon types.
yeah.
Maybe something like fancy like a switch axe where
It's flashy.
it's
There's
flashy.
explosions.
I feel like you need a projectile weapon, a sword, and then like a switch axe or something. Yeah, I think you
Like
do,
the sword and shield will just be like very basic
Yeah.
attacks and
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
we just gave you ideas for your next character, Nintendo.
That
I
they're
mean,
never
something
gonna
like
do.
Pokemon style, where
Yeah.
you can switch Bulbasaur or Ivysaur, Ivysaur, Squirtle, Charizard.
That way,
There,
$5.
there you go.
I had to think.
I was like,
what's
wait
the
a
last
second.
one?
I was like, wait a second. What did he just say?
I had to think about the last
I
one.
gotta listen to that again.
But then they also back to my original. Like they also had Sonic in there, so that's why I was like, kind of wondering why they didn't give this to like the director of Sonic or something.
The director of Sonic.
I was just saying like why didn't they try something else? But it just makes sense because it was Sega, not Capcom.
Yeah.
Sega.
Mm-hmm.
Is Resident Evil Capcom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He must have some blackmail on the president of Capcom or something.
Right?
Like how,
It's just like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Maybe they really enjoyed the Resident Evil films to the point where
your wife is very good looking.
oh good job. Oh wait, you started. You started it. You started it. It was your fault.
This is the joke that gets us banned in China.
We're never gonna make it to the next movie.
Hey, is Capcom, is that Japanese or what is that?
Capcom's Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think was that Japanese or Chinese right there?
I don't think it matters at this point. Like, we're canceled regardless.
Everyone's equally offended.
Uh,
How would I know? She's probably not your type, but do you find Mila Jovovich attractive?
not really.
No,
Uh-uh.
no.
Uh-uh.
I give her like a solid 7.
I was more interested talking about Salma Hayek.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
Like why couldn't she be in this movie? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think she'd fit in this movie. Not that type of actress.
She's been in some pretty goofy movies. I think.
I don't think this is ironically, I don't think this is intentionally goofy.
It's not. It shouldn't be. I don't think.
No.
I think it was supposed to be serious. It's just that it's just so bad that there's just goofy moments.
Yeah. She was in a Marvel movie. I think they could have made a movie Monster Hunter movie with her?
What Marvel movie was she in?
Your favorite one?
The one we both agree is the worst one. See, that's how you know it's bad when he tries to like, oh, she was in a Marvel movie, but like doesn't name drop it because it's just that bad.
I don't think she's been in any good movies in particular. I think all of her movies have been campy. Spy Kids, she's in. She's the wife of one of the directors. She's in From Dusk Till Dawn. She's in the Adam Sandler movies. Adam Sandler has blackmail on her somehow.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's not in like
She's in-
particularly great movies.
I mean, she's in that one Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
no, that's not her. That's Penelope Cruz.
Oh, whoops!
Oops.
It is Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I used to get it mixed up. They're both in the movie called Banderas, I think. Both Penelope Cruz and Selma Hayek. I haven't seen it.
Is Antonio Banderas in there?
No.
'Cause she's
Oh, okay.
wait, is that Penelope Cruz too?
Which one?
Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Wait, what's the title of the movie?
I gotta look it up.
Oh. So Dio's Anatomy, no. Diablo's Anatomy. Hey, that means the devil. Took a Spanish word from
Mm-hmm.
our world? Or they just randomly had it in their world?
Yeah, she's in Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah, well, that one has Antonio Banderas, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty. I thought she was in the previous one too,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Desperado and the Mariachi.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure she's in Desperado at least.
I don't remember.
man.
She's in
She's
the-
definitely in Desperado.
She's in The Bodyguard's Wife. I think that's the one. Is that the one with Ryan Reynolds? No, it's Samuel L. Jackson
That's
or
like
something.
the bodyguard's bodyguard or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot what it. Yeah,
What is that movie?
I bought those movies for my dad. He loves Selma Hayek. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Once Upon a Time in Mexico is a pretty good movie.
That's a movie?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
it's decently violent.
Yeah, there's a part I always have to look away at.
Oh, I thought you were mislabeling Once Upon
Yeah.
a Time in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
No, definitely, I'm not that stupid.
Okay. I am.
It's okay.
no, you're not.
No, you kind of are. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm just looking around stuff. Because I don't really have much else to say about this movie.
So is this the worst movie you've ever rated before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Like you were saying, they really underutilized Jaws'
Yeah,
skills,
yeah.
ability.
He would have been a lot better if this movie was in the Monster Hunter world and he was the main character. Yeah, I guess you can have Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
I guess, but if he was in this, in that
Yes,
movie,
and we have to have.
And one of the main things is you never have person on person combat. It's always fighting monsters.
yeah. Wait, in the game?
In the game, you never
yeah.
have person versus person.
Yeah,
And they could have definitely thrown some like Monster Hunter stuff in there. Like they give you the Palico chef thing where
Yeah.
he's cooking,
Yeah.
and that was cool. I
A
appreciate
little
that.
call, yeah.
But they could have done some more callbacks like that.
yeah, yeah. They could have done that.
Setting up more of a world versus just Tony Jaa just hanging out in a cave.
With a box full of scraps.
Tony Jaa.
Yeah.
He made his armor in a cave.
With a box full of scraps.
Monster scraps.
Yeah.
Or seeing them craft armor or weapons. Because they show Artemis carving off of Diablos, but just as a sled to pull Tony.
Yeah, they seen.
Which
there's
is technically
that.
another callback.
Yeah, they took the stinger from the spider. I mean,
But like, yeah, more crafting though.
yeah.
Yeah, or
They
play
should
a
have played the
tune.
tune while he was
They
cooking
should-
the meal.
sharpening the
Yeah,
toot-toot,
literally.
like
there's
the little
there's so much stuff they could have
the
put in
little
from
Easter
Monster
eggs.
Hunter that would have been cool. That would have made this movie more enjoyable.
Yeah, finishing eating something or finishing a meal.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Okay, maybe not that.
Oh
but
man, I would have liked that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
What is that from one of the newer games or older games?
No, when you finish cooking and like you get like a perfect, it's like so tasty.
I've never had that happen.
When you finish cooking a steak perfectly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does she say tasty like in
don't
a
think
like
so.
subtle way at all?
Maybe the chocolate.
Yeah.
maybe
or maybe
to
the fish when
yeah,
he
when
serves it to her.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sorry. You had to suffer through that.
Oh, I'm gonna feel real bad for Last Airbender.
You feel like the Last Airbender would come close to this? Are you
I feel
attached to
I will.
Avatar? You're attached to
I feel I
Avatar.
will, yeah.
Are you attached to Avatar?
I haven't finished Avatar.
I haven't either.
I'm on book 3, and I never watched it when I was a kid, so I
Me
just don't
neither.
have that
I'm gonna
attachment.
feel really sad.
Yeah.
Ong.
Ong, yeah, with Ong,
Are they doing a TV show or is it a movie?
live action,
It's a live action TV show?
Netflix.
Okay. I've seen screenshots. It looks way better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Yeah.
Not directing this one.
No.
Keep him away from my kids' movies.
Oh man.
Leave him to his dark superhero movies.
I guess.
What? What?
Dark. I don't know. Yeah. yeah.
Unbreakable,
Yeah.
Split, Glass. We haven't even finished that
Yeah.
trilogy yet.
I know. We got one more.
We should just restart that one.
Just
I-
restart it?
Yeah.
It's been
I
so
don't
long
think those
ago.
episodes are posted anymore.
No.
That's on YouTube audio, but no.
I don't think it's on YouTube. I think the first audio we have is like Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, we have to redo those eventually.
Yay.
I'm okay with redoing those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like those were like our first ones. Those were so awkward back then. And
Yeah.
now that I feel like our podcasts are better.
Yeah, they're definitely better.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's dead space anymore.
Right.
No.
We laugh.
We usually fill them in with
Stupid
genitalia
JoJo
jokes or something.
references. Would JoJo be able to take over Godzilla?
What
Or
do you
Dio.
mean? Would
Dio.
Dio be able to take over Godzilla?
Could
Yeah.
Dio's head be on Godzilla's body?
I pictured that as soon as you said that. I feel like he could.
Could a Dio seed be on Godzilla's body?
Yeah, I feel like definitely. I mean, Jonathan's just about as big as Godzilla, so
Yeah. It's just as wide, right?
6 feet tall, 6 feet wide.
Yeah.
That's a monster. I kind of like wish they could figure out how to like downscale and put in a Monster
What,
Hunter.
Dio on Godzilla?
No,
Oh.
You mean
Godzilla
Godzilla
and Monster Hunter would
Monster
be pretty
Hunter?
cool.
Isn't there like a
There's a Godzilla-like
There's-
monster.
there's a Godzilla like monster?
There's a
I thought?
Godzilla-like monster,
Yeah.
but he doesn't spit at like radioactive flames or anything. He just-
No, that would be a cool cameo monster.
oh, I guess technically he does.
I forgot which one it was, but I pictured like some
It's
shape
a
in my
pickle
head.
Green-
Joe.
Yeah, it's a green, long monster.
It's a Devejo.
Is it green and yellow like a lion?
No,
No.
that's
Forgot what
green
that
with
was.
maybe yellow highlights.
I don't even
Okay.
think he has yellow highlights. He's like a pickle green,
Yeah,
Pickle green.
and when he's angry,
like a
he-
dark green.
yeah, it's dark green. And when he's angry, he turns kind of like reddish as well, and he spits like reddish.
Red stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And he eats a lot.
I'm sure if we try, there's probably a mod out there that turns it into
Oh yeah,
Godzilla.
for sure.
definitely. Anything
I was
else? Go ahead.
Oh, were you gonna say something about?
I wasn't
Godzilla?
saying anything else.
I've been looking on Steam Deck a lot just because like I've been trying to find games to play on my Steam Deck, and recently one of the top selling games has been Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
Monster
really?
Hunter
Because
Rise.
of our podcast? Oh wait,
No.
no.
We haven't released this episode yet.
Not Monster Hunter Rise. So
Interesting.
maybe I'll try Monster Hunter World on a Steam Deck.
We should get back to that too.
I will gladly restart that one because
Yeah.
that one was a lot more fun than Rise. Like we always say we're gonna go back to Rise. We do like 3 hunts and then we're like, that was it.
Yeah.
Why is World better?
World is more realistic to me.
Okay.
Right. It's not as cartoony.
The only thing I like about Rise is it has like nicer gear and equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But World is like the more fun game to me. And they have the clutch claw that she uses twice.
That you can use like Spider-Man and swing
Yeah.
around.
She doesn't come in clutch though.
She says fly web and
She comes in clutch. She like
Up, up,
tears
and
through
web.
the Rathalos wing.
Yeah, but what does that do?
It makes it so it can't fly.
Oh, really? I thought when
Makes
did
it
she
harder
tear
to
through
fly.
it? When did she tear through it?
Right
In
at the
the Earth?
in
the
yeah,
Earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
on Earth 916.
I thought she tore through it.
916.
I thought she tore through it in the Monster Hunter world, and it still came through. But then she that little knife didn't do anything. It just scratched.
Well, maybe it didn't tear like straight through, but still tore it.
But she tore through it completely one time, and it still flew.
It had trouble.
It had trouble.
I don't know. I just remember like looking at its wing and then getting mad and about to do the
Yeah.
fire attack that we were finally gonna get to see,
And,
and
then slow mo.
and then she did the
Flare.
I wouldn't watch this movie again for sure.
Never. Maybe clips just to look at the monsters, but that's it.
Yeah.
No, not even that. I'll just play the game. I don't care.
What's the
Yeah.
best gaming movie, video game movie, or just game movie?
The problem is like they're just so bad. They're always so bad.
Was Detective Pikachu any good? Because I know you guys watched
I
it.
didn't like it.
Oh, you watched it with us.
It's okay.
No.
No, he didn't watch it with us. We were supposed to do a review. We never did.
Oh, I thought you really?
I mean,
Yeah, we never did.
Pokemon to me, Pokemon doesn't count as well. But that movie wasn't that great.
No.
But Pokemon just doesn't count as well because it was a manga. It was
It has like 20 movies.
An anime.
Yeah.
anime,
20 animated
20
movies.
million movies. One actually that's really good,
First.
and then
one.
they decided to
The
remake
first
it.
one. Yeah.
And then they decided to remake it recently, and
Really?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
Oh,
been a
yeah.
couple years.
Yeah, you're right.
and it wasn't that good anymore because they
Yeah.
ruined it.
Oh.
Still cry when he turns to stone.
No, yeah,
Well,
but
yeah.
Pika, anyway,
I'm still crying
Um,
right now.
outside of Pokemon though,
I think the best game movie is Albert's Dungeons and Dragons.
yeah,
I feel
but
like that's the best one.
that's a board.
That's a
game.
board game,
That's
but
a tabletop RPG.
You
Yeah.
can literally do anything and put Dungeons and Dragons on it, and people will believe it. But it did a good job.
Yeah.
yeah.
What games would you guys like to see made into a movie?
I think we talked about this already.
I think so, too.
Today, Nintendo announced a Legend of Zelda movie.
I think
No,
that's
thank
been
you.
in the game.
Live action.
That's been in the works or talks for a while.
That's not one that I want to see. Your main character doesn't even talk.
to be like Tony Jaa.
I mean, I guess we'll see how they handle it, like they did for Mario.
Yeah.
Mario's always had a voice though.
He has said words, and then Link is just yells and screams.
Ah!
Polo.
They're gonna have to add hey,
Listen.
Right, but they can't always have a partner that takes over the conversation, right? So he has to talk eventually.
yeah.
They're gonna have
Um,
Neuralink. It's gonna be.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
Telepathically
let's not
talk.
do movies then. What since we did have this conversation before previously, what video game would you like to have either a live action TV show or a animated TV show?
Samus.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best one, Samus.
You guys are just thinking Nintendo though.
Okay, maybe, but Metroid came to mind first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's what we agreed on with the movie one too is Samus.
Yeah, I said FGX, but
Have you watched Cyberpunk?
No.
Edge Runners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
I heard that's really good.
I heard it was good too.
I could definitely watch more Arcane. Like that was really good.
I think it's easier to do animated and TV shows.
Especially when there's a fantasy setting like that where you can really show off the video game aspects of it.
I could see a Monster Hunter anime.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
There was an animated thing I haven't watched yet, but when I was searching for Monster Hunter movies, there was an animated thing. Legends of something. Did you see that too? It's on Netflix, I think.
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, that's
How was
trash.
Is
What
it?
is it? Which one is
Oh,
it?
that's too bad.
It's a Monster Hunter. I think it's CGI animated.
Like 3D animated.
Yeah,
Not
and
good.
it's about the Ace Hunter, the guy with the orange hair,
Mm.
and it's about his story before he gets onto the ship to go to the New World. And yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's too bad.
So the new world, is that
It's a
in
new
the
world.
future, in the past, the same time?
It's
It's just okay. So
it's a different continent
Oh, okay. On Earth?
no,
in their world.
in their world.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Because like originally, like Monster Hunter, like it was just like this really clump of like area that they were in,
Yeah.
and then like you get Monster Hunter Generations where like it just brings all those lands together.
Yeah.
And then World was like the first new game that wasn't on Nintendo, like since like the original like PSP games.
yeah.
It was actually on a console, and so they just like we're going to a new world, and that's literally what
That's
they
the
called
new-
it.
Yeah. I seen that when like the text like description and the new and world like center themselves, and I was like, this is called the new world. It sounds so generic. Like, did they make this up for the movie?
they just
It
yeah
is generic.
they barely discovered it when like the game starts, and I think they've only had like 5 or 6 voyages across, and so yeah, that's why.
They should give it a better name. Like the Mare Monstercas.
Okay.
I should have figured out how to say that.
Um,
The Monstercas.
anyway, anything else you guys want to say?
Oh no.
I'm looking forward to bad movies.
So next week is what?
We can
Godzilla.
either do Godzilla or we can do Avatar.
It's the Godzilla where she's in New York.
No, we can do that one though. That
I
one
don't
is
think that was bad.
because
Which Godzilla?
I just don't think it was good.
Oh, Godzilla, the one we're gonna watch in the theater.
well, that one already passed, but we can do Godzilla 2000
Oh,
or we can do the 1998. It's up to you guys.
wait, which one's the 1998 one?
With the
Matthew
Raptor.
Broderick.
Oh,
with the
Matthew Broderick.
Raptorzilla.
Yeah,
oh. Wait, no, are they not in New York in that one?
they're in New
Yeah.
York in that one.
It's a
Okay.
raptor.
Okay, that's the one I was thinking about. Okay,
Yeah.
You
Alright.
said that one's not bad.
I thought. Well, it has been a while, so
We can watch that one. I don't care.
because I had the VHS where it's like a textured
Yeah,
case.
yeah, I did
Okay,
too.
with the eye.
yeah.
Yeah,
I have it on Vudu and HD.
Okay.
Or
I think I walked out of the theaters when I was a kid on that one.
what?
really?
As a
pretty
kid,
scary.
I loved it.
What?
It was pretty scary then.
Really?
I was a baby back
Yeah.
then. I walked out
You're
of
like
a lot of.
5? 5,
8.
eh? Oh.
I was 6, 1998, so I was 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're a year older than me. Okay.
Let's see. Movies I've walked out of. Mortal Kombat. We've all watched that one. It was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
With the
Oh,
you
the
walked?
old one.
Oh, okay.
The old one.
I don't think
I
I've seen
walked
that
out
one.
of Mortal Kombat because it was scary. But I was like young.
Yeah, that's a goofy movie.
Eight-Legged Freaks.
Yep.
Bad Boys 2 or 3 because when he sticks his hand into the dead corpse, I was grossed out. Godzilla 1998. I don't know why, it was just scary. There's probably been more.
Yeah.
But that's 4 movies.
I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie.
I think my pick is Compound. Does Compound count as mine?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, so I already have a pick.
Unless you want.
You can sub it.
I don't know. I've been waiting so long.
Why? What were you gonna pick?
I was gonna pick Game of Death
Yeah.
because November is Bruce Lee's birthday. So
We could do both.
yeah,
We
but
can do all 5.
all 5.
Anyway, when I was younger, I would get talked into movies by my dad and my cousin.
Yeah.
And then knowing that I was like a big scaredy cat and didn't like some of these things, they would still be like, "Oh no, it'll be fine, it'll be fine," and so we would
Oh,
go.
no.
And then I wouldn't make it. Like Eight-Legged Freaks, I did not make it very far into that movie. Once they showed the first big spider, I was dead.
Are you afraid of spiders?
I think at one point you guys thought I was because of the whole
Oh yeah.
the whole joke of me jumping over a spider at
Yeah.
Jesse's house, but I was just joking then.
Yeah.
At one point I was definitely afraid of spiders, but it was probably because of that movie.
Could you put a daddy long leg on your hand?
I would rather not. I don't like bugs touching me.
But you like touching bugs.
I like killing them with my own two diabolical hands.
Which are comprised of many sinister fingers.
Yeah, like I don't like bugs touching me.
Yeah.
I would rather them not. I would never eat a bug. Keep it away from me.
Have I eaten a bug before? Probably in my sleep, but not purposely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at that point, it's just like, what are you gonna do? This is
You're sleeping.
the bug shouldn't have crawled in my mouth. I shouldn't have inhaled at that moment. Anyway, Jugs and Plugs.
Yeah.
Jugs
Yeah.
and monster plugs.
Subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Like, share. What's your favorite video game movie and why are they all bad? Should
Well-
we watch Resident Evil next year?
I think
for-
we should watch at least one of them.
maybe next year for No Good November
Yeah, or Halloween.
or Deadbeat December.
Deadbeat December. We're gonna continue with the bad movies.
Zombie movies for Deadbeat December.
It has
Oh
to
my
be zombie
goodness.
or vampire.
Undead, anything.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, if you guys think we should watch the Resident Evil movies, we'll pick one. Probably the first one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know why I would do any other one.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
What movies have crushed your hopes and dreams?
Oh man,
like
That's
this
a
one
good-
did to
yeah.
John.
Yeah.
I mean, this one didn't crush my hopes and dreams. It's just like I knew it was gonna be bad from the moment the trailer showed,
Mm-hmm.
and for the longest time I was like, I'm not gonna watch this movie. But then,
I think we talked about it when
We
it first
talked-
came out.
yeah,
It's
we
like,
talked
this is
about it.
bad.
and then, yeah, I was never planning on watching this movie until this opportunity arose when it was just like,
Yeah.
have to choose a bad movie. This is a bad movie. I
Mm-hmm.
can't keep watching Pacific Rim.
You haven't been watching it.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch Pacific Rim to refresh your taste buds. That's how bad this movie was.
Yeah, this movie's so bad. I gotta watch Pacific Rim to refresh my palate. Like,
yeah.
Oh, this is
Normal
what a bad,
bad.
movie should be like.
Oh, I'm still I keep on dreading Last Airbender.
It will be bad.
Yeah.
This has been the Legendary Sid Podcast, and join us next time for The Last Airbender.
Yay.
Yep. Albert's dreams will be
I've been
crushed.
avoiding it.
Will this be the sip we've been looking for?
Hell no.
Whoa. Bye.
This will be my -1.
This will be your Benoit
We will
Blanc.
also give us suggestions for what our -1 should be.
Yeah, what the title should be for negative
Yeah.
one.
Legendary throw up.
Legendary barf.
The
Bye.
Bye.
Benoit Blanc, just bad.
This gets my Benoit Blanc just bad stamp of approval.
You need more energy? He-Man, Master of the Universe, watch that one.
Live action?
Yeah, it's a live action.